Hi friends, I'm Trey. I'm back. And this video is called In the Long View, There Is No Death, and Peace and Freedom Are the Laws. Just in the time when I thought I had it made, it seemed the taste was not so sweet. How these children that you spit on and try to convince them they're in the wrong body, some of them are immune to your consultations, and they and their parents refuse to be shoddy. So you have to inoculate white lines of nanotech death in my sky today, for example. And I say I love the future when it's organic and I'll take a laptop on the side. But all of y'all forcing this into AI singularity, you're gonna fall for sure. Changes to turn and face the strain of changing. Pretty soon there'll be no fake ass imperial rulers of this planet who have no respect for life. Time may change me, but there's no such thing as time when I'm free. I said that time may change me, but it's always only the timeless now when I'm me. Whoa. Oh. The guppies want to fight me over the position of the computer. In the long view, there is no death when peace and freedom are the laws. It is so sad to interact with modern people and see their unrepentant acceptance of slavery, financial vampirism, and demiurgic middle management. After all, the point of life is to put food on the table and take care of a box. Since Lucifer's rebellion and hijacking of planetary infrastructure are roughly 22,000 years ago, and the Iani massacres in Kauai, and the European conquest that followed that, and the rise of the Khazarian mafia, humans were gradually led to the soul-slaughtering ways of the powerful vampire predator entities from the dark side. 2020's events, when they attempted to steal everything, especially the fear-based narratives and soul-disconnecting nanotech blood clot shots, were designed to help pull, all of that was designed to help pull our whole planet into a deep AI black hole called Abaddon. Look it up in the book of Revelations in the Bible, which some say was an add-on. It's called the angel of the abyss, the destroyer, but it's a black hole. And that's what they want, is to these vampires, the dark side, just to hurl this planet, make us take so much geoengineering and boosters till we're all hurled into this black hole. And so that's how much respect they have. The entire planet and all life, particularly with solar radiation management, often preventing anyone or anything on the surface to have an organic relationship with the sun. Like, who can do that anymore? At least, shit, anywhere. Who can do that anymore? Okay? Who can have an organic relationship with the sun anymore? And accrete ascension frequencies. Well, on certain days or certain states, if you're lucky, you can expand, okay? Soon, sovereignty at all levels is going to be remembered as a divine human's birthright. That's not a joke. What is the main or core frequency of your soul? How will you improve it? Will you believe that your whole life is to be controlled by your box forever? Several more lifetimes? Taking care of the reptilian hierarchy and your masters? Well, for one thing, I heard Mark Passio say a few weeks ago on the show. Never forget the hands of God are your hands. It's these hands that do the work, not Quetzalcoatl, not Jesus, not Krishna, not Shiva, not Lucifer, not Biden, not Trump. After you leave your body, your memories will be wiped. Isn't that lovely? We never have to think about all the horrible stuff we did ever again, because our masters will wipe our memories with a massively electrocuting weapon, and in the fake moon, you'll be processed and forced back into a slave family. This is how much God loves you. Ad nauseum, because they love you so much. Yahweh, God. My near death taught me to remember. Okay, or when I was supposedly fell over my bike and was hit by a PG&E truck and I broke 15 bones. Healed them in 6 months with the help of nature. And since they took since they got a monopoly on it, Rockefeller's emergency, I got the best emergency care. So my so-called near-death taught me to remember the long view. Although I read 10 books about it in the 5 years before that, and one of them was this dude was channeling his mystic grandfather, actor in Hollywood, in his car in Southern California. And in this book, he was saying, always think about the long view, son, the long view. So that's one of the places the idea for this came from. He means it's what I call your blueprint, or your, also soul retrieval shamanism, or, discerning what you're here to do, your point. But, being hit by the clipped by the PG&E truck after I fell over really, really nailed it into my consciousness. Look at the long view and the fact that there is no death. What do I mean? Well, bodies die. This goes away. Bodies die. But the eternal Christ Spirit is a respectful, benevolent, eternal Holy Ghost, and allows all and lives forever. This is why many people, I thought, if anyone asked me why, if there's a benevolent God, why would he or she allow war and Lucifer and all of this? Well, because they allow free will to exist in every form on this planet. What are the Akashic records? Well, that's the place where that's what the final judgment really is when you die, you're faced with the Akashic. Some shamans and psychics claim to be able to see it now. The Akashic records is the place where you find death is a lie. It's a record of everything you ever said and did and thought. You are not allowed to die or attain nirvana as long as you obey the hijacked, inverted ideas from the infiltrated religions. Always ask your higher self, what is my mission or your blueprint? What is it? Or purpose for this life? What are you doing today? What are you doing with your month, your year, with your whole life? Just paying for the box? Remembering it is not survival or to reproduce, that those are just, primate functions and mind control. Of course, the dark always use your basic primate functions or bodily or mental, spiritual needs against you, if they can. These are mind-controlled ideas when they use your basic needs against you or hold them out with the... I always said in California what the mafia likes to do is, since the Draco infiltration of the conquistadores, is kill and plunder and take and steal through war and coercion, threat and fear and dogma, guilt. Take it all, and then charge you 2 or 3 times what it would cost you to rent or buy something if it wasn't infiltrated by them. How are you helping others wake up? That's what Mark Passio calls the great work, helping everyone. We need at least 51% of the planet to wake up. Okay, this is the main reason I do this. This is why YouTube, since I made the Yahweh video, just refused to help me do it. The entire planet, because they know I'm adamant about staying clear about why I'm doing this. The entire planet, and they don't want that. They want, they have the dark side working with them. The entire planet was enslaved by the dark side eons ago, and it can only be freed internally. Gnosis. Learn the override frequencies, as Laura Eisenhower calls it, of discernment, truth, self-respect, and loving awareness to turn the fear down or off. You can impact someone so much with the respectful, real power of the force of love of your good works that they know that your spirit, will live after you leave this body, after you die. Through the memory of whatever you did that was so wonderful, lovely, beautiful, or heartfelt that reminded them of the oneness while you were alive. This is how we live past death. This is the point of my video here. The opposite of courage there's many ways you can achieve that goal. The opposite of courage in our society is not cowardice, it is conformity. Rollo May said that. I got this from an after-school video. It's a pretty good idea. He was a cool psychologist from the 60s writer, with an entire planet being radically altered by the strongly anti-life reptilians to make it easier to pull us all into their vampiric black hole of Abaddon. They're sure they've already taken it there, that we're already all in the black hole, so they can put as much of the solar radiation management as they want, because the majority still believe in war, rent, separation, racism, and extreme dominance of ego, the little me. I just went to Sykes. I took a break and took a hike, a bicycle ride, basically a mini triathlon, 27-mile bicycle ride, and then an 8-mile hike to Sykes and back. If you take a walk in nature, how much? Even when I was around hundreds of people, it was basically none. You take a walk into nature in the Ventana in Big Sur. You take a walk into nature, how much pestilence and drama do you witness? How many homicides, fistfights, twitching tweaker druggies, and pirate landlords do you witness in the forest? None. Because peace, freedom, and respect are the laws of nature. Of course, Yahweh and Lucifer are the inverted or facsimile creators, or half demigods, will convince you that you're here for them. Seeing how sick, twisted, and inverted the mainstream media, the medical and school systems are, since they've been hijacked, begin to forgive yourself for obedience. You were ignorant and coerced. Vampires must suck. All physical life gets transformed. Soul never dies until nirvana, and it is only by aligning with the true Christed blueprint you've agreed for in this life, surrendering to your personal, respectful, harmless missions, that you can override and transcend death, and thus become a symbol. You become it, a symbol of human freedom and peace. Okay, now that is only for the masters, only those of you who have the courage and discipline. You see how much light is on my face here? It's not enough light for plants and animals and humans to live. Thus, Satan is anti-life. And Jimmy Dore put a speech on the other day, a JFK speech about peace. And he said this is why they wanted to kill him, because John F. Kennedy was adamant about peace. He said peace is the law. So thank you, Jimmy Dore, for posting that. That was part of the inspiration for this video, because it's true. JFK was on the truth of that. Peace is the law, the governance of natural law. You see, JFK and RFK Jr. here might be from one of the 13 Illuminati bloodline families. However, they turned within the last century or two, at least, they turned away from the goals and have committed to exposing it and the goals of the divine Christ, for my opinion, which is that we are all one family on this planet, and we have to learn how to be in peace. And once you understand, or overstand, as the Rastafarians say, once you overstand that peace, love, and respect and discernment are the law, that the law of non-interference, of having, allowing freedom and peace for all, transcends the facsimile of soul reincarnation through being a slave for the box, and allows you to be in the timeless now. If you enjoyed this, make sure you Click the subscribe and the notification bell for more. Follow me on Odyssey and create a great day if you have the courage to, my family. Now is when we do that. Peace.